Russian Wagner forces will no longer be fighting in Ukraine. Let me repeat that. Russia's most effective fighting force in Ukraine, all 50,000 of those troops, are no longer allowed to be fighting in that country. This was announced after Wagner's leader Yevgeny Prigozhin refused to sign contracts that would bind him further to the Russian Ministry of Defense. Now let's go over the Russian military's losses as of June 27th. All right. So Russia has lost 18 boats, 626 MLRs, 4,083 artillery systems, 386 anti-aircraft warfare, 4,000 tanks, 6,700 vehicles, and they have lost 226,170 troops, about 590 troops per day. That's an extra 50,000 troops lost in the offensive. So this number is not 226,000. It will now be 276,000 troops lost. This is happening while Sergei Surovikin, Russia's general in charge of the entire Ukrainian offensive, has been put in jail because he knew about the Wagner Group's coup. Of course, Ukraine has taken advantage of this and they have regained some land. So far, 1,300 meters toward the Russian-occupied Berdiansk in the Zaporizhia region. Now, there is a guy I follow on Twitter. His name is Manu Gomez, and what he likes to do is observe military flight patterns. And so far, he has said that never since I began to follow military movements many years ago, I have seen such a frenetic activity of Russian Air Force as in the last few days. Stuff's going down. Looks like Ukraine is also going to be getting the Army Tactical Missile System, which the White House was hesitant to deliver. Again, it hasn't happened yet, but it looks like it's underway. I want to go back to what Russia has lost. Pause to read this list. This is what Russia has had destroyed. And add again, like I said before, 50,000 Wagner troops who are no longer going to be serving. Now, please tell me how likely you think it is that Russia is going to win in Ukraine while they had a 24-hour civil war, a standoff between the only effective military force in that country, where all of the troops have just left. The head of the entire Ukrainian offensive has reportedly been put in jail. That was Surovikin. And then Shoigu and Gerasimov, both the heads of the Russian Ministry of Defense, have been removed from their positions because of the terms sought by the leader of Wagner, who pretty much won that over Putin. The whole world got to see the Russian president fled Moscow during the rebellion. Add all of those deleterious circumstances together and ask yourself, would that win against a nation that is armed by the most powerful military alliance in the history of the world? No.